So this is perhaps the most important vehicle that Skoda has ever worked on for the Indian market. This is the A0iN Concept. It will take shape as a compact SUV. It is, well, the replacement of the Yeti, so to say, depending on the bracket that it's going to sit in. Mechanically, in terms of its capabilities, I'm not sure if it's going to be the apt successor to the Yeti. Nevertheless, Skoda and Volkswagen, both of them need compact SUVs at this moment, and this is going to be Skoda's contender for that particular space. It will take on the likes of the Creta and the Seltos. This is not a sub 4 meter SUV. This is not something that's going to compete with the likes of the Brezza or the Nexon, though it does look like it looks quite compact. Anyway, enough of the talk. Let me show you what the design actually looks like. So the design is sort of inspired from the Comic, the Vision X, all of that. That is their new design theme, and that is why you see this split design. It's got a more imposing grille, however, than cars like the Comic, and that is because India likes its SUVs to have imposing grilles, and that's exactly what this car is targeting. So unlike its Volkswagen counterpart, there is no big fog lamp in the bumper. It's right here, right under the headlamp. Now the headlamp is a 2-pot unit. It will get all LED lamps, and all this lighting that you see in the Skoda logo or even in the grille, well, that's not how it's going to be. That's not coming to the production car for sure. What I'm also not sure about when it comes to production is the wheels, 19-inch rims. I'm not sure if that is what it will come with, but I hope it does, because this concept, at least in terms of its size and spec, looks quite production ready, without all these radical bits, of course. So all that crystalline work is what Skoda is sort of highlighting, and it in fact looks even better in the tail light. Let me just move to the tail light and show you what I mean. In the meantime, you will see more crystal work on the dashboard. That is where most Indians will want to put an idol that they worship. And speaking of the tail lights, well, here we are. Look at that animation. I think it looks quite cool. Of course, even this is not going to make it to the production spec version, but I think it looks quite nice. Now taking a view of the tail, well, again, I really like the treatment. I hope they retain this seamless strip of lighting that you see just above the bumper. What's also interesting is that the loading lip for the boot is quite low. The Skoda lettering lit on the Concept won't be like this on the production ready car. However, this is how you will have the lettering now on the car. This is a part of their new design language, having the bold Skoda lettering on the boot lid. What I also like is this flush mounting for the door handles. I think it looks quite cool. I hope they are able to integrate it in the production form, because this is going to be a premium alternative to its rivals. So there ought to be some premium touches. And speaking of premium, let's check out the cabin. Again, you have an all black roof, chunky roof rails. A dual tone option could be given going forward. So this is the cabin. I think it looks beautiful. Of course, this is very much in a concept form compared to what we saw on the Volkswagen Concept. You get a large touchscreen infotainment again. You get a fully digital instrumentation, and that crystalline work that we spoke of is seen inside the cabin as well. Some nice touches. I really like these knobs, the way they have been designed. It looks really nice. I hope they are able to carry it forward to the production form as well. And now the interesting touches. So why this is Indian is because of all the interesting touches that you see here. For example, this woodwork, karigiri. is the word that they literally use. The designer literally used the word karigiri, and that is nice to see. I hope these kind of design themes do make it to the production form. You will also see these textured inlays in the dashboard and in the center console, and these are inspired by the block printing that is used by Indian artists on fabric work. It looks beautiful. That woodwork also carries forward to the back. There are 2 bucket seats at the back. Of course, this is not how it's going to be in the production form. You also get this huge panoramic roof, but a panoramic roof could actually happen in the production form. And that's a nice gear selector there.
There's lots of leg by the looks of it.
And that woodwork is also seen in the pedals. I think all of this will define the kind of shapes and the kind of texture inlays that you will see all through the cabin. And I think so far what I see is really good looking. And this is that crystal work that I talked about on the dashboard. Well, so in terms of the powertrain options, well, I'm guessing there is going to be a 1.5 litre petrol engine, a 1.5 psi. I'm guessing about 125 PS tune is what they will choose for the Indian market. There is a lot of crowd now, so I can't go back to the front end of the vehicle, but expect the production ready version of the A0iN to come out by the end of this year or early next year. That is what Skoda and Volkswagen have been hinting with both these vehicles. The Volkswagen counterpart or the Volkswagen sibling of this vehicle is the Taygun, whereas the name for this has still not been finalized. I don't know if it's going to be called the Comic or will they choose a different name for it. Anyway, I think it's a very good looking car. I think it's something that we all can look forward to. It will add a new contender to an already busy space, but I think it has enough going for it to really make a difference, to make an impact. And that impact is what Skoda will certainly be hoping for, because the fortunes of this group now literally depend on what they do under the India 2.0 strategy, and these 2 compact SUVs from Skoda and Volkswagen will be what lead that strategy for the group in the Indian market.